I want to welcome you to this episode of Chats with Themmy. My name is Titi Ahamba. You can call me Themmy, and today I'm talking to a very wonderful person I've known for more than a decade, actually. And he's been amazing. He's making huge impact, not just in Ghana, but globally. I want to welcome none other but BKC himself, the one and only, Mr. Bernard Kevin Clive, to chat with Themmy. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and being here today. And today we're going to talk about a very interesting, timely, and necessary subject. The importance of building your personal brand in this era of fix. You look around, there's so many things happening. Some people think you're just supposed to happen, or some people think you just happened. All right. So this discussion for today is going to, help us navigate or give us some, bits of advice on what we can do to stand out authentically by building our personal brand while there's so many fakes around. Welcome to the show, Mr. Bernard Kelvin Clive.
Themmy, thank you very much. I'm honored to be on your show. You've been doing so well for all these years that I've known you and keep soaring higher.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So
Awesome.
today, I've followed you. You've been one person I know who's very authentic, and I remember those days you would say, buy domains because it's going to get expensive. I still be myself to say
Oh,
those days why did have buy domains and start selling? Because you look across domains sometimes it's pretty expensive. I'm like, but it has always been real. All right. And especially for today's topic, I kind of feel like you are you just picked the right thing to talk about, because over the years I've known you, it's just been growth. There's nothing shady that I've seen to say, okay, you try to represent something that you're not. So what can you how can you educate us on how we can, stand out authentically, build our personal brand in this era where there's so many distraction.
mhm. That's an interesting thing to know, especially in an age like this that everybody wants to be known, seen, and be the go-to person in any field. Everybody want to feel like we need attention, we need the fame, we need the
Yeah.
money. But it's most important that we relook at ourselves, especially the young ones coming up, and the kind of images we are seeing and the models. I don't want to use the word mentors or coaches, but the models we are seeing digitally and cause a number of young people or even people globally to sway their thought, their intention, their life. So, in personal branding, the era of fake, the first most important thing that we need to do is to reassess ourselves. I mean, I said the definition of what a personal brand is and
Yeah.
who, how to build a brand and all that. It's like, you need to take a step back. First thing, personal branding is not about social media.
Exactly. Yes. Please stretch that, stretch it a little bit.
So, I say personal branding is not social media.
Yes.
It's a channel or a conduit, a tool to present what you do and who you are. So the platform has become a stage in which you can be whoever you desire you want to be and showcase that. Recently, I was telling a group of people that I coach that there, when you go to IG now, there are models which are AI generated models with thousands of followers, and people are following and doing all that because they want to see things, and these models have been programmed to do all that for them. They are fake, they are not real, and that's kind of life young people want to live, to be that kind of model which doesn't exist, but presenting an ideal image for them to follow. So it's very critical for us. If not, that our future generation is going to suffer because they are seeing themselves in different models. They've lost who they are. They are living to please the masses of people who are going to
Mm.
drive them in certain directions which are not authentically right. So that's the
And
first question.
and
So the
and
first is
as
great.
you're going, right, as you mentioned those AI generated models, I think companies are also falling prey to that. I've encountered someone who has a very cool company. It looks cool online with lots of followers, and he's like, we got someone to take care of our social media marketing or social media management, and then we have tons of followers, but our engagement is low. So when I did their social media auditing, I'm like, sir, I'm sorry to break it to you, but those are like fake. Those are bots on the account. And it's going to hurt your corporate brand simply because those are not real people. So you see, okay, you have this, they say, oh, building, to build trust, you need to have tons of social media following. I'm like, no, social media following has nothing to do with you building trust. So I really
Wow.
like the fact that you mentioned that some of these models that we see on social media, like they're AI generated, okay? They're AI generated, they're not real. And you can tell that from the engagement that happens. Because you could see a platform or a business page or whatever that have over 10,000, 20,000 followers. And when they create content and put it out there, it's like zero interaction
Yeah,
because it's not real in the first
exactly.
place. So thank you so much for stretching that. Please go to your next point.
Awesome. So, with that said, the most critical thing that all of us need to do going digitally, that's the extension of our brand or what people visually see or engage us with. Take a step back, reassess yourself. You need to find you before you build the brand. A number of
Yeah.
people don't know who they are. As they, you need to find your purpose, your passion. You need to really find you so that you can rightly position yourself in the area that you need to. You don't just jump on social media and do what the masses desire or what they want. That's building a fake brand, what I say, a fake celebrated brand out there, but you'll be missing who exactly you are. So I keep saying that
Yeah.
personal brands are built inside out, not outside in. You first need to reassess, who am I? Why am I
Can you
here? What
can
do I
you can
have?
you say that again? Personal brand is built from the inside. Can you say that again? I like that.
So, so personal brands are built inside out, not
Out, not
outside in.
outside in. Great. That's a
Yes.
that's a very salient point
Yeah. So you
because
find you, yeah.
recently I think twice it has happened. Social media shut
Mm.
down.
Right.
Facebook wasn't working. WhatsApp was flickering. Instagram and all these platforms they just stopped. So, like what you're saying, it's from the inside out. Because the thing is, if you're building from the outside in, anything happens to social media, your depression is so close. Because like people only know you online. You don't really, your online presence and your offline presence are not really in sync.
So,
That's what I'm getting. So I really like. Please continue.
yeah. So when you do that assessment to find exactly who you are and what you need to do, then you take time to build what they call strategy before you go online. So
Okay.
Themmy, I am Clive, I am Kofi, I'm Anita. There's a long list of things to do, but I'm just making it brief. That once you know who you are, where you're going, and the people you want to serve. So in my definition of what a personal branding is, I say is the combination of skills and talent to produce value for others that will create an impression, a perception, and a reputation in the mind of the markets. So, firstly, combination of skills and talents to produce value, not for you, for
Yeah.
others. That will then create an impression, a perception, then a long term become a reputation. That's the model of building the brand. So you find talents is raw or natural. Okay, you are talented singer, talent, or whatever your talent might be, and you add skill. Now there's 1,001 skills you can learn. So I can say that skills are learnable. Talent is birth, is given, is gifts.
Mhm.
But you find the skill to polish your talent and package it to produce a product or service for others. So that when you package your raw, because our giftings, our talents are not given us for making for fame's sake, is
Yeah.
to help people. We are all networked. So when I find myself, my strength, and what I've been gifted, and I polish it with skills, I begin to produce a service or a product that's going to help A, B, C, D. So okay, I know these are the people I want to serve. I want to serve young
Yeah.
people. Then that's you build your audience.
Yeah.
So this is a basic framework for people to work on yourself, uh, the market. I mean, what are you bringing to the market? That's a question. You have skill. What
Exactly.
are you bringing,
Who are
and
you
who
called
do
to
you want
serve?
to
What are
serve?
you bringing to
Yeah,
them? Yeah.
yeah. When you
That's
do this,
uh please go
when you
ahead.
do
Sorry.
this, then we can come to what everyone has been doing. Then we come to social media.
Yes, because honestly speaking, like being in a digital marketing space, I have seen a lot of crazy things happening. People have a very smooth and sleeky and silky online presence. But when you just say, okay, let's collaborate, then you get the opportunity to get to their
Mhm.
back end, then you realize that, okay, you know,
You're not.
it's not as it's presented, right? And
Yeah.
I like what you said. You need to be solid on ground in real life with yourself, understanding first what your skills are. Those combination of skills. What would you want to use it for? How would you want to impact the world with that? Then you look for the people who you're called to serve, because I don't think we're called to serve everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Someone said, "Oh, if you want to please everybody, sell ice cream." Some people don't even like ice cream. You know, so I don't think we're called, yeah, I don't think we're called to serve everybody, because not everybody likes ice cream, not everybody like jollof, not everybody like rice, not everybody like pizza and stuff like that. So we definitely will not call for everyone, and we cannot serve everyone. So I really like how you listed that down. First, you need to take a step back, check yourself, and say, okay, who am I called to serve? What are my skills? What combination of skills am I bringing to the market? I have a simple question for you. Okay, so a lot of
Right.
times we realize that, okay, maybe I can write, I can do XYZ, I can do this one, I can do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. In terms of building our personal brand and trying to showcase ourselves as authentic, how do we
Mhm.
present what part of us, so that we're not diluting the other aspects or other gifts, or so we don't make it easy for people to impersonate us or stuff like that.
So we are looking at ways you want to present yourself authentically virtually,
Yeah.
and the thing is that we are not called to serve everyone, and even what we have, we can't serve everyone with, or I mean, even our audience, with all that we have. So you pick the things one, two, three. What are the three or one, two products or channels or content that I can still build my brand around and help people? There'll be other aspects of our life which will be at the back end, which might not be that known to help build a brand, but if we are using
Yeah.
the major strength of our skill sets, then we show for. So maybe a few things. The fact that you need to be authentic doesn't mean you should bring your entire family history online digitally. No, that's being insane. Okay,
Yes.
but bringing what will the audience need? Is it helpful? Is it entertaining? Is it inspiring? Based on the kind of things you want to do. Okay, will this help? Because not every piece of content will even be right for your even the audience or the market you want to meet. So you
Yeah.
pick on that, and you keep the things that are supposed to be private is private, and keep the public ones. Is it helping? Let me share this briefly with you.
Okay.
I met a social media friend recently. Okay, and the person was so crazy about the things I've been doing online and was excited meeting me. And in
Wow.
conversation, he wanted to so we wanted to get to see the. He said that he realized that for all these while I don't wanted to get to know me more. For all this while, you realize that I don't share things. I share things all about around my work, things about the what I do and how I help people and all of that. Not about my back end life. I bought a new dog, a new cat. I mean, I got this. I mean, this.
Mm.
Say those are important. But I
Mm.
realize I'm different from the way others share that. I say yes. I'm presenting you what would you need, not my entire life history as a content online for
How
you.
does my
But
dog
if it's
help
not
you?
something
How does me buying a
and
dog
so
help
you
you?
pick the aspect, yeah. So aspects, and that is going to help people related to what the kind of things you are helping them with. Yes, they need to know you are human, but which how human would you want them to know? So if I post a picture of maybe jollof and something, I talk about three things you need, jollof can teach you about branding. You see, it's food, everybody like food, but I'm still brought a little bit of something
Interesting.
interesting to
Yeah.
it. So it's still work related, still inspiration, but we need to step back. Is what I'm sharing going to help my audience inspire, educate, encourage, or what? If not, you don't.
Yes. Yes.
Those aspects let people know that yes, you're also human as well.
Exactly. Because sometimes it's great to show that you're human, right? But just like you're saying, How human do
Mhm.
you want people to know you're human?
You want
And
to be.
and yeah, how human can you be? How human can you be for people to relate to you? It's okay to, share portions that, and as that little other time I told someone that we all have a story, and the way in which we tell our
Yeah,
stories portray us as one of two things, either as victims or as victors. So, and most of
yeah,
the time, if we
right.
tell our stories to portray us as victims, all we're going to get is a very large pity party, which is going to wither very, very soon. But if we tell our stories as victors, we're not only portraying our resilience or our grades, we are using it to inspire other people, letting them know that they can come out
Exactly.
of whatever they are in as well. So I really like how you put it. I mean, you're human. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you went, you lost a loved one. You lost a job. Something bad happened. But what did that bad experience teach you? And how can you sharing that
Right.
how can that bad experience be turned into a positive lessons to help other people know that we all go through bad experiences. But then, you know what can you learn from this bad experience to help other people? So I really appreciate you sharing that.
Right.
Oh,
Thank you.
this is so interesting. This is really, really interesting.
So let me boil it all down to these three letters to help us just capture all of that. As make sure you are authentic. That in terms of the thing content you share, let them know your faults and your flaws. Your faults and your flaws, blend them in a way it can help them. You don't present yourself as a perfect person online. I don't need the other person.
Exactly.
No, you're human. You make mistakes. Yeah. So when you
Exactly.
do that, people can then relate and connect with you more than always showing a prim, proper approach, no flaws. I mean, everything. No, 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 no.
Picture
I show if
perfect.
there's raw image without everything, let them get to know. Then that's the way you are building authenticity in kind of content you share, in kind of images you share, in kind of everything you share. Then that is it. And the T aspect is be transparent and be trustworthy. If you are not
Okay.
trustworthy, say trust is the currency for riches in this age. If you cannot be trusted, you don't have a business.
At
So
all. Yeah. It
build
really doesn't
trust
matter your industry. It
digitally.
doesn't matter your industry. If you don't have trust, there's nothing for you. True.
You've lost it. So build trust, like a number of things, brands or SMEs online. You see a fine image product and you purchase it and you realize, well, it's not as you saw it, as they portray it to be. They're not being trusted. They have fake reviews, fake personality endorsements, and all of this leading people astray. No, that is not the best
Yeah,
way to present your personal brand or you as a brand.
it's true.
Anything that's going to harm your audience or harm or hit the market is not a thing. It's not you. You might have a million followers, you might have a lot of all of that, but if it's not helping them and it's your own personal gains, trying to twist their arms and deceive people just for the name of creating content or the name of so that you can get the algorithm will get you more likes and views to make money, that
Yeah,
is not good. That is not
true.
a way to build an authentic brand.
It's true.
And the C, be consistent and consistently credible. Consistently
You say
credible.
that
So
again.
as you do things,
Consistently credible. Don't
be
just be
credible.
consistent. Be credible and be consistently credible. You could choose to be
Right.
credible at one point, and then the next time you stray off. That's not credibility. Like you have to be consistently. Wow. So be authentic, be transparent and trustworthy, and be consistently. I like this. Be consistently credible.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Wow. Wow.
when if
Wow.
you're able to factor all these things properly, you realize that you are kind of building a virtual brand easily, effortlessly, being who you are, but still sharing things that's going to benefit your audience and your market. And then you can help with that. You help your audience to bond with you, like you, and trust you. And you know that when people like you, they love you, they trust you, they can recommend and refer people for you for business and services.
Then you
And that's
start
what you
cashing
want to do.
out. You start cashing out.
So that is what
A lot of us want to cash out before we start doing all these things and start putting things in place. And that's where all the scam and the integrity issue, that's where it comes about. Because you're so particular about the money first before start being authentic, start being transparent, start being credible. You're supposed to get those building blocks in place before you start cashing out.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, BKC. As always, you're a man full of wisdom. You're a man full of great wealth of knowledge. And it's been 10 years, right?
You're more
No,
than that.
over 10 years actually. Over 10 years actually. The other day I was going through my pictures, and then I remember what we did. I don't know, it was the first rebrand in
We
2015.
brand yeah, yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
that's yeah,
black
yeah,
t-shirts and stuff. I was like, oh my world, I
yeah.
really know BKC for a long time. Thank you so much for always impacting us. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to myself. Uh, Please continue to do what you do. I know sometimes the tides are high, but definitely please continue putting yourself out there, because you are moving generation, you're inspiring generations, and it's an honor to have access to you. I do not take this for granted. Trust me, I don't. I could just send you a WhatsApp message and you're right there to answer me. I do not take that for granted. I really appreciate you. You've impacted me a whole lot over the years, and I appreciate that. Please let us know where we can find you.
Thank you too for having me and having a program like this to inspire the next and generations. And you've been doing well for all these years, and keep soaring higher, keep being consistent, trustworthy, credible, and yes, and the heavens will bless the works of your hand. Say amen, like I
Amen.
did preach.
Amen.
So I'm a Google aware. Just Google me. You can find me on all the platforms and Facebook, any all the digital platforms that you
Is
can
this
just find
correct?
as bkc dots name. That's my website,
Okay, I thought it was dot live.
www.bkc.name name. Yes, on other platforms it's either at Bernard Kelvin or at Bernard Kelvin Clive. You can find me. Let's engage. Let me know how chat with Themmy has helped you, and let me see whether I can throw you some few resources for free. Yes, let me know. Themmy, you watch or you listen, then you got blessed. And Themmy says, get in touch with BKC, and I'll be glad to assist you with your personal brand, your digital publishing stuff. Yeah, right.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for honoring my invitation. I am sure the community is going to love this, and definitely because he is your go-to for all things personal branding, brand consultancy. If you just, even if you need him to talk sense into your kid so they can start making the right decision at an early age, he's definitely out there for you. So do feel free to connect with him, shoot him a message, check out his website. He has written over how many books now?
Oh, over 50. Just over 50.
Yes, because I lost count. Literally, I can see the picture of the books you took in my head. Like, so I'm like, how many have you read now? So definitely do check out Bernard Kelvin Clive. He has tons of books for both adults and kids. He has some really nice African folk tales on YouTube as well for kids. If you're watching from anywhere in the world and you want your kids to connect or learn about Africa, or listen to the bedtime stories that we had the privilege of listening to when we were kids, when our grandmothers used to tell us some, definitely check him out and you will see everything you need to know on his social media platform. Until next episode, I wish you a wonderful time. Remember to draw some inspiration from here and steer your life in the right direction. Thank you so much, VKC. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. I treasure.